Hey everybody, Chris from Small Cap Crypto Investing. Today we're going to do a video on a new coin, Mammon. And to be quite honest, I've already recorded this video. However, I started digging in a little bit more and there were honestly a couple of red flags. So to be fair, I'm going to go through the same sort of narrative that I was doing before, and then I'll bring back around just to raise some issues that I see, and I'm gonna tag the team actually in this video, and I if there's legitimate reasons for these things, absolutely I'm happy to update the video and bring attention to any things that I might have said incorrectly here. So let's jump into it. We'll take a look at Mammon, and this is a coin that is very, very new. Like, I think if I'm reading this correctly, like under 16 hours or 17 hours at this point, but 540 addresses. There's been about 1,500 transfers. And then if we move down a little bit, right, we can see the quantity of these transfers, right? So some fairly small purchases, right? Very small purchases. Um, However, uh, not not a red flag necessarily, given low supply and the fact that they are the infrastructure that they're trying to build has a real world use case, right? So currently the price, right, is sitting at 0.018 1862, and it's got a trading volume of 36. So 36 people currently are trading this token, right? Early on, it's seen a little bit of a drop off, um, but not terrible given the state of the market. I mean, we're seeing some reversals on the small caps that we're tracking in our group, but you know, not going to hold it against it at this point. So let's keep moving in here. And like I said, love the concept. You know, I, I I really like this idea, right? That they've got partnerships with coffee farms all over Central America, um, and then they give this figure here of 102.15 billion in 2019, and expected to roll over 155 billion by 2016, right? So I mean, a great industry. We all drink coffee. I could see how perhaps the current financial systems don't work, uh, you know, for this particular industry, especially as you go sort of closer and closer, you know, to the to the actual growing, right, of the coffee plants. Um, and then I did see something in here about um, staking rewards, right? So almost 17% rewards. I think that's supposed to be bounty, right? 8.3% bounty, right? So if you need to get into a liquidity pool and then maybe they're looking for a little bit more liquidity, sometimes they'll offer bounties, and that's what you could potentially earn in addition. And then they've got a good solid roadmap here. And then they've got their team here, right? And I'm typically a huge proponent of this. I love seeing faces. I love being able to click into LinkedIn profiles and see, the experience of the team and maybe what they've done, previously. And then you've got all the FAQ type information, and then we get down to an app that they're working on, right? So this project, right, on its face seems very exciting, right? Um, the only thing I would say negative is when you start to dig into the LinkedIn profiles, right, that are associated with this project. So I'll call out the first thing. We've got a CEO who doesn't have any experience, right? No jobs listed. That could be right. That there's a million other things going on in the project, and you kind of had to just get a LinkedIn going, and this is what you were able to pull off in a small amount of time. However, I'll be quite honest. Um, I don't know too many industry professionals, right, who are CEO types that don't have a LinkedIn, right? So that's a little concerning, right? But then you sort of move through the rest of the team. So we've got the marketing manager. Um, again, no experience outside of this. 11 followers. I think when we were looking over here, there were 24 followers. And then, we get into the gentleman calling himself the advisor, uh, which is awesome, right? So we would expect to see things like, uh, previous VC funding experience, or running, several companies at a high level, or maybe some in-depth blockchain experience. But I don't see any of this, and this profile is the most complete. But to be frank, if I'm going to invest in a token that is attempting to take on this level of complexity within the coffee market, and then adding into that an exchange that is connecting producers and buyers and sellers, those are complex things. They require a lot of knowledge, and not just within the coffee industry, but specific to the technology and how you're all going to make that happen. So I need to see more than a social media manager or a digital marketer or a project manager, especially in an advisor capacity. I need to see previous positions listed for your CEO. Um, this sort of feels like it was spun up. I'll be really honest. Um, just looking at the white paper, um, and then just understanding that, right. It doesn't take much to spin up a BEP20 coin. It doesn't take much to spin up a website. Um, and I think on its face, when you're linking out to LinkedIn, that looks good until you start digging. So maybe we dug far enough down, to say that this is not a real project, given it doesn't have a lot of hours under its belt. But I also could be, completely off base here. And like I said, these folks just haven't, um, filled out their LinkedIn's. So you decide, but just putting it out there, we all have to be hyper aware in this space. And um, to the Mammon team, like you have a responsibility to make people feel comfortable, that you have the appropriate leadership, and and then that you have more than a website, to be frank. So I'm not going to go any further on that. I'd love to hear the reaction from the team, and then also just from folks in the comments section across all the social media platforms that we're on what you think, or if you're also holding Mammon, and you can tell me how off base I am. So, all right, have a good one.